It's fatigue. It's fatigue. It's fatigue. No, his body was falling apart right in front of us. We could all see it.
大谷を愛するバーランダーがブチ切れ。
About Shohei Ohtani, worst case scenario happening last night when we saw him exit the game in the second inning.
Yeah, look, I am heartbroken for Shohei. I am mad. For the second time in his career, Shohei Ohtani has torn his UCL, and he will no longer pitch this season and is getting a second opinion to see if a second Tommy John is the route to go. But this is a sad day for baseball. And I might say some strong, passionate things throughout this, but this is my real and raw reaction to this. He's been coming out of games due to fatigue, due to cramping, due to this, due to that. And we're just told by the organization, it's fatigue, it's fatigue, it's fatigue. No, his body was falling apart right in front of us. We could all see it. Throwing him out there every 5 to 6 days. Give the guy his time to recover and recuperate of what his body was capable of giving to this Angels organization. And somebody needed to step in and protect him. In the world, the greatest athletes of all time aren't gonna say, hey, I need to step back here. I need some time. They're not going to do it. That's just not how they work. That's not how their brain works. I've been watching Quarterback, the Netflix documentary lately with Patrick Mahomes involved in it. And the episode, and one of the episodes is when he gets injured in the playoffs. And he goes up to Andy Reid and says, I'm fine, I'm fine. And Andy Reid said, you are not going back in this game. You are going to get an x-ray, and until I hear some better news, you are done here. You are not going back in the game. You have to protect the greatest athletes from themselves. You can't treat a two-way player like Shohei Ohtani like he's normal. You just can't. You can't ignore the multiple signs that we were given. The cramping, the blisters, the fatigue. That was his body saying something is off. Something is off here. No, he said specifically, I am tired. My body is tired, but I can't afford to take a day off right now. The Angels had an obligation to keep Shohei Ohtani's future in mind. But they didn't. And I believe the Angels failed Shohei Ohtani. I think they failed the fans. And I think they failed Major League Baseball. Than us climbing from 8 games out of a wild card spot to get in it. But it wasn't. His future wasn't more important to the Angels. And they had an obligation to care about his future and to care about the game of baseball. And they failed us all. Yeah, they failed Shohei. This sucks for Shohei. I am heartbroken for Shohei Ohtani. And let's remember this, though. In his 6 major league seasons, Shohei has defied all of the predictions and expectations for him. And the degree of difficulty for returning from a second Tommy John, if that is ultimately what needs to happen, is undoubtedly much more difficult. Shohei will view this as just another battle, another challenge in his journey in this baseball world. So never, ever doubt the greatest player the game of baseball has ever seen. Never. Do not doubt it.